Guys, what's up? My name is Aim Assist, and today I want to be teaching you guys a little bit about ALC controls and about the settings that I used. I'm currently Master 10,094 RP, and these are my stats. I have a 3.96 KD. It's not the best, but you can see that I'm fairly an average, above average player. So, let's get right into it. Alright, so we've hopped into the firing range, and here I want to show you guys what my settings are and why I decided to use these settings. I've used ALC controls for about 8 months now, or actually it's been about a year now, and ALC controls have been probably the most godly thing to exist. So these are my ALC controls. 0 dead zone, 1% outer threshold, 7% response curve, 500, 300, 220, 90, 00, 170, 160. And I also have my per optics changed as well. So these are my per optic settings. Y'all can copy them if you want. It's up to you guys. I wouldn't recommend anything above like a 1.1 or 1.2 over here, unless you just feel like your ADS is too slow. But yeah, let's talk about these settings. Why is my response curve at 7? Okay, so I used to play all the way down here. I used to play 2-1, and this is a lot of stick drift. Look, I'm like not even moving the controller. Look at the stick drift on the controller. But what this gives you is complete control of your entire right analog stick. I haven't played on this in a long time, but you can see that it moves very quickly. The sensitivity is super fast, and it lets you make really super fast adjustments. That was my old sensitivity. Now, I didn't like having a dead zone, and I didn't like, not being able to have full control in my joystick. And I also thought aiming at range is a little difficult. So I upped my response curve to 7. And I found 7 to be the perfect in-between. And the reason why is because recoil control. I barely have to hold my thumbstick down. Barely. Like, just barely have to pull it down. In fact, most of the time, I don't even have to control the recoil, because these settings actually control the recoil for me. You'll see what I'm saying in a second. So, let's say there's an enemy. Let's say we're at this distance right here, right? And we're this far away. We only have an R9. Look at that. I barely push my thumbstick down. Alright, that wasn't very good, but you can see what I'm saying, right? You don't have to control your recoil that easily. All you have to do is just move side to side, and the recoil will automatically adjust itself. And that's the beauty about aim assist and abusing it. This is how you abuse aim assist. When you move to the left, you want to move your right analog stick to the right. So essentially you're counter strafing. And what this does is it'll make the recoil pattern go to the side. So let me go against a wall and show you guys what I'm talking about. So you can see that the recoil pattern now goes directly to the side. Go like this. It goes directly to the side. There's almost no recoil. And with the aim assist, 100% accuracy. 0 recoil. You don't have to control your recoil at all. So yeah, these are my ALC settings. They help a lot with the movement. They're a little fast. Let's talk about some other settings, right? So that was just my response curve. Yaw speed. I have it on max. I like to play at a very fast sensitivity, but I have my pitch speed on exactly half. And this is so recoil control is a lot easier. I thought the yaw speed was still too slow, so I use extra yaw. Now extra yaw is basically when your thumbstick is all the way to the right, all the way to the left, all the way up or down, your aiming stick, that's the value that it'll that's when it'll start using this. And this is basically how quickly, see how it just accelerates the aim? It's like acceleration. This is steady. This is without anything. Now this is maximum input. It'll accelerate the aim. And I like this. It lets me turn on people a lot quicker. You can just do that like immediately. If someone's behind you, you don't have to spend like a whole minute trying to turn around. You can just immediately turn around. That's why I use that. I still found it a little too slow, and I also found that most of my shots were missing, and most of the time it's from tracking. So what I ended up doing is I gave myself a little more up and down speed, and this is how quickly the acceleration starts when you go up. Now granted, you don't need any of these. It does mean that you have to have a little more fine tune over your aim, because if you move all the way left or right on your stick, then it's going to accelerate you out. But I like it this way. It gives me a very, very small circle to play with and gives me super fine aim. The last settings that I wanted to talk about was yaw and pitch for ADS. Why are they different? Why is one 170 when the other one's 160? So pitch is up and down, right? And yaw is left and right. So if you want, the reason I have a lower pitch is because I don't want to be holding my thumbstick all the way down when I'm firing or when I'm trying to control the recoil. I want the recoil to essentially control itself without me having to do anything. All I have to do is just move left to right and move my thumbstick left to right. I don't have to move my thumbstick down at all. This is essentially abusing aim assist. This is how you abuse it. You don't want to ever deal with controlling recoil unless it's at long range. At long range fights you will have to control recoil, but at close range I'm barely moving my thumbstick. You can really feel the aim assist. But yeah, those are my ALC settings. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe. Yeah, these settings got me to masters, so enjoy.